Hey, what's up guys? It's Cliff from Trail Grid Pro. Super excited to be here with you today. We have a 2019 Toyota Tacoma in the shop, and we're going to be showing you how to install our Toyota Tacoma 2016 to 2022 dash cam plug and play bundle so that you can install it in your garage. So why would you want our plug and play dash cam kit in your 2016 to 2022 Tacoma? Well, for starters, it brings you peace of mind. You're going to be recording at all times everything that's going on in front of you. And we're also going to have an option for a rear camera so that you can also record everything that's going on behind you at all times. The second thing that's great about this bundle is that it's super easy to install. It's literally plug and play. We have a harness that we include with the kit that enables you to plug in everything so that when you fire up your Tacoma, the new dash cam will be fully powered up and ready to record. One thing that's important to note about this bundle is that it is only compatible with Toyota Tacomas equipped with an auto dimming mirror. All right, so I have the front camera here in my hand, and before we figure out where we want to place the dash cam, you will want to prep your windshield, give it a nice clean, and around the area behind the rear view mirror, you can use some alcohol to really clean it down, let it dry, so that we can make sure that the adhesive here really sticks to the windshield. So I've had this exact bundle installed in my 4Runner for over 6 months, and the adhesive has been awesome. I've had it through the entire summer when temperatures were in excess of 100 degrees, and it is still well stuck to my windshield. All right, so now that everything is cleaned, you want to find out where you want to place your dash cam. Now, this is where personal preference comes into play. Personally, I like to be able to see not the entire dash cam, but about 50% of it when I have it mounted. I just like to know that, and again, I'm talking about at eye level while I'm driving. I just like to know that it's on and working. But you can choose to mount this where it's fully concealed by your rear view mirror at eye level. So I like to have it about 50% showing, and if I want to see the whole screen, I can just tilt my head down and I'll be able to see the whole screen. So of course, one of the concerns when you're mounting your dash cam is to make sure it's level. And the easiest way that I've found to ensure that this is level, there's two ways. So if you want to mount your dash cam so that you can see 50% of it, well, there's a mount for your rear view mirror, which is vertically aligned even, and you can just align it, the side of the dash cam mount, directly with that, and it's even. And if you want your dash cam to be fully concealed at eye level while driving, all you do is align the top with the dot matrix and the right-hand side with the rear view mirror mount, and you'll be straight. All right, so now that we know where we want to mount our dash cam, it's time to take the adhesive off here so that we can mount it. So all we're going to be doing is removing this red tape right here. All right, so that's super sticky right there. And in this installation, the customer has decided they want to see about 50% of the view while driving, just for peace of mind. So I'm going to mount it. Again, align it with the rear view mirror mount. All right, so we have the dash cam mounted here. I haven't fully pressed it in, with some strength because I want to make sure it's level first. And so to do that, I'm just using this is an iPhone app, just the level app, just to make sure that it's level. And as you can see there, we are nice and level. So we're good there. Now, the thing to consider when you're mounting your dash cam is that your windshield is not completely straight. It has curves to it. So you may need to tilt the dash cam slightly in one direction or the other in order to ensure that your actual camera is completely straight. But the way to test it is throw a level on it. You'll know that you're straight or not. Now that we know our camera is completely straight, I'm going to really push it in here to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm giving it some nice force here to make sure that it stays nice and secure. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is your actual power plug for your rear view mirror is directly behind the mirror. So we're going to tilt that a little bit that way, and we're going to unplug this harness right here. Again, you just depress the tab and pull it out. There is your power port for your rear view mirror, and we're going to grab our plug and play power harness for our dash cam. And we are simply just going to orient it correctly, and we're going to jump between that harness and the rear view mirror. Plug it right in just like that. All right, next we want to grab our power cable that comes with the bundle. Again, this is a USB-A to a micro USB. The USB-A is going to go into our power adapter, and the micro USB is going to go into the actual dash cam. So we're going to plug in the USB-A to our plug and play harness, and then we're going to plug in the micro USB to the top of the dash cam. So the easiest way to do this, since we've already mounted it, is to angle it toward the windshield, and you can just locate the micro USB port and plug it right in. All right, so we've secured power to our dash cam, and then what we're going to show you up here is all we did is we took the excess wiring, you can see it right here, and we just zip tied it together. We're going to include a zip tie with your kit, and we just tucked it right up here behind the rear view mirror, and we actually also used small pieces of black electrical tape to hold it all together, and it's very well concealed. Basically looks like it's supposed to be there, and super clean. All right, let's go ahead and power up the vehicle and watch this power up. All right, there we go. Your dash cam is starting. Now, again, upon initial startup, you are going to want to turn your vehicle all the way on so full power gets to the dash cam. You're going to have to go through some setup here, choose your language and other features that you want to have or not have when you set up your dash cam, and you can walk through that. It takes just a couple minutes. Also, the Cobra has a pre-installed 16 gigabyte micro SD card right here on the side, which you can remove if you want to put in a larger SD card, but we can just go through setup here. We're gonna keep English. That sounds good. And looks like it's basically at this point setting the time zone. So we're gonna set our time here. So we are in 2022. Today is September 2nd, 2022. We're going to keep that format. The time is 11:29. Oh, wrong way. AM. And we're going to keep the AM PM format. And speed unit, we're miles per hour here in the United States. And it's basically at this point wanting to format the SD card, so it's going through that process. So one of the cool things about the Cobra dash cam is that it does have a Drive Smarter app, and it's a two-way communication between the phone and the Cobra dash cam. And when you set that up, you may have to go through some firmware updates to make sure that the firmware is fully updated on your dash cam. So don't be alarmed if it takes a few minutes to go through setup, but that just ensures that your firmware is completely up to date. All right, guys, now we're gonna show you a short segment of video that we actually recorded in my personal 4Runner so that you can see how some of the features on the cell phone and then the dash cam in action while driving down the road. All right, guys, so a great complement to this bundle is the Drive Smarter app, which is right here, which is from Cobra, and it actually syncs to the dash cam. So the dash cam itself has GPS capability, and you can click on the gallery portion on the bottom. Okay, so now we're in the gallery, and you can see here we've got some of the recent recordings from this morning on the drive to work. You can have, it sets emergency recordings if it senses something that, you know, kind of happened that is worth highlighting. There's an emergency section here, and then actually you can set favorites as well. So it's got everything here from this is drives this morning to the gym. This is last night. You know, I recognize these drives. So it's got a ton of recording here. And this has a 16 gig micro SD pre-installed, comes with it, so you don't necessarily need to buy a micro SD card, but if you want a larger one, you can add that to it. So all sorts of cool functionality within the app so that you can view any of your drives or anything that happened in front of you that you feel like taking a look at. The other cool thing that this is good for is if, like, you went wheeling or off-roading or trailing and you want to get those pulled off, you can do that as well. All right, guys, so we wanted to take you on a quick little drive just so you can see how this powers up. You can see right when I press the ignition, or if you have a key, when you turn your key, that the dash cam is just going to power right up. So I'm going to go ahead here and press the ignition. And you'll see here almost instantaneously, there you go. Powers right up, boom. That's everything right in front of me. All right, so we're in a quick little drive here, roll up this window here. So it's a nice clear screen. So again, remember, I positioned mine so I can see it a little bit. I like to know it's there. I like to know it's recording. You know, the other option is to hide it behind the rear view mirror. But I just like to be able to see it a little bit so that I know it's recording at all times. Yeah, so again, fortunately, you know, I haven't had to use this. This is sort of a peace of mind thing. No accidents, no real issues, but it's there if I need it. And you know, sort of another benefit is you never know what could happen in front of you that you're not necessarily involved in, but maybe you could help out, you know, somebody else that is in a tough situation because they got in an accident, and the footage would certainly clear up what actually happened. All right, guys, well, that wraps up this install. Super easy. We're talking 10 to 15 minutes in your garage. You can have a dash cam plug and play bundle in your 2016 to 2022 Toyota Tacoma. You can grab this in the Trail Grid Pro shop at www.trailgridpro.com. And as always, guys, have a blast out there.